What's up, YouTube? 3 Pedal J, and I'm coming back from my injector dynamics with a clean ID 1700s, and I'm pretty excited to kind of get started on getting Frankenstein Final Boss engine situated. Leaving out of Glen Burnie now. Here is how you get in touch with the owner of Injector Dynamics. I believe his name is Dave. So there's the information on his car. Hopefully that shows up. Injector maintenance and services here in Glen Burnie, Maryland. They're awesome. He cleaned my injectors for a very fair price and did it in 24 hours. I could have did it same day for a little bit more, but wasn't necessary to rush. I've got a ton of stuff to do. He's got three flow benches in his setup, and he does everything from ID, Works, Bosch, all the injectors. He's got some atomizer stuff in there. All the injectors, I was really impressed with them. This is the second time I've used them. Second time in 2 months, actually. So if you guys are in Maryland and you need injectors clean, give them a shout. More to come. What's up, YouTube? 3 Pedal J back again, and we are at AFI Specialties, as you can see, and we are back on Final Boss 6.4. So I already got the mains in and checked. They're torqued. So the next thing I got to do is get the actual pistons in. I ordered new, I'm taking this apart. I ordered new rod bearings here from King. They're the high performance units. So I got the rod bearings here. I don't even know what the part number is. Whatever the part number is. They're the X series or what have you. Let me see. The part numbers are CR8032XPN standard. So these are a standard main bearing for a Gen 3 Hemi. And what we're gonna do, we got the crank polished. So here you go, you can see this. The crank is polished, so it's no longer catching on anything it was catching before. So that's pretty awesome. And I'm just gonna go ahead and flip this guy over and get started. So more to come. All right, guys, so the first thing I'm gonna do is, this is the #1 piston. So I'm gonna clean the bottom and the sides of this deal. It hasn't been ran at all, but I'm just gonna clean everything with the brake cleaner and wipe it all down and make sure it's super clean and ready to go in there. And then we'll put it in my favorite tool and slide them home. So that's the plan. And then we're gonna inspect the rod bearings on this. Don't look terrible, but since I have to torque them and check them, I'll probably end up taking them apart and test and putting the new ones on there. But for now, I'm just gonna slide them home and get it situated. So more to come. So I ran into my first problem. This oil control ring is all jacked up. I don't know if this is gonna show on camera or not, but it is all twisted and jacked up, and that was supposed to go into my #2 piston. So this guy is also out of round. I think this one will be fine once I get a new oil control ring. I do have more of these at home that I can swap out, so hopefully I can get it and it'll work with the ones that I have, the spares that I have home. But yeah, fun freaking times. This is the #2 piston. The top ones, which are the more important ones, are fine, so I'm not too bad off with that. But man, I did not expect to run into the first problem like this already. So more to come. All right, guys, so I have made it back to my shop from EFI, and as you can see, I got the Final Boss 6.4 unloaded. And we got 7 out of 8 pistons put in. 4 on this side, 3, and #2 is missing. And right here, as I showed you guys earlier, it's right here, the oil scraper ring was all jacked up on it. So I opted to just put 7 of them in, come home, because I knew I had more rings. So thankfully, the DSS rings that I have a 3-inch oil ring. So if you look right here, it says 1.2, 1.2, and 3 millimeter. And that's what the JE piston ring is. It's a 3 millimeter oil ring. So I'm going to take one of the spare ones that I have out of here and leverage it on this piston, and it should be fine. Everything should be good. It's a brand new piston. Obviously, I installed the ring or uninstalled the ring incorrectly, but either way, we're gonna take care of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the ring on there and just slide this guy home, clean it up, and then I'll plastic gauge the bearings tomorrow. But as you can see here, the bearing doesn't look terrible on this number 2 one. It's actually pretty dang good. If it checks out, I'm gonna run it. If not, well, we got brand new bearings. I'm gonna have to replace probably 2 of them. They'll probably check out, but I just don't like the way they look. There's a little bit of a gouge from when the crank had some scoring on it, so I'm just gonna fix it. And hopefully tomorrow I can get that done, and then deal with the timing and the oil pump, put the front cover on, and this guy will be basically ready to stab in the car after we get the other one out. So we're getting there. All right, guys. So as I last checked in with you guys, you could tell that the oil ring was jacked up, and I attempted to fix it by cutting out some of that messed up end, but the gap is way too big, and I didn't like it. And then this guy here is still very much out of round. You can look at it, even in camera, it doesn't look very good. This one is very much still usable. But what I ended up having to do is order a new ring package from JE Pistons. And one of the things you'll notice if you look at here right quick, when I showed you guys the DSS pistons, it was 1.5, 1.5, 2, or 3. This is 1.5, 1.5, 2.5. So when I attempted to use that old, or they're not even old, they're new replacement DSS rings, didn't work. So about a week has passed since I got receipt of my ring package here. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna open it up and take out the oil rings and then compare them, and then put them in, measure to make sure that they're good. This gap here, this is a good one. The other one's the out around one. This gap needs to be 15 thousandths of an inch clearance. So I'm gonna have to probably foul fit those two on the other, the 2 bottom rings for the scraper. But brand new ring package, brand spanking new, as you can see here. Hasn't been opened, hasn't been used. And I'll just open this up and show you guys the difference between what my current oil scraper looks like and what it's supposed to look like. So let me get this open real quick. The top ones are not going to be used. I just need these bottom ones, and hopefully I can get super lucky and they'll be within spec, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Those are really small. That gap is like super small. So look at these guys here, and you can see that it is definitely round. So these are the 2 that we need, that we're going to replace with. Let's see this one right here. I don't know, maybe. Let's see. Maybe. Pretty dang close. I'm going to run it. That is super close. I'm going to run it. I'm going to run it. Let's try this one out. I don't know about this one. This one looks like it might not be. That might be a little tight. Oh, yeah. We're going to run it. We're going to run it. But here is what it's supposed to look like. And here is the gap. So as you can see, it's supposed to look, and I mean, it goes like that. It goes on there like that. It opens up and closes. It's clearly way too big on that one. So these ones are no good. Well, this one here is good still, but this one here is still good. But the rest of these are no good. So I'm gonna get these set up on the piston, and then I'll come back and show you guys what's going on. And I got like almost a spare ring package. I don't know. So hopefully nothing happens, but we're gonna use these oil rings and get everything set up. If I end up having to buy another package for rings, then I will, but here we are. So more to come. All right, guys, for those of you guys that are looking and keeping track, we have the ring package installed. The oil scraper ring looks to be pretty dang good now. I just got to reposition again. Actually, no, that's pretty good too. The top and the second ring, but now looking at the gaps, the top and the second ring are good too. There's the gap on that side, and then there's a gap on that side, so that's good. And then on the bottom, the gaps are there, so nothing's jammed up. So we can actually slide this in our piston compressor tool over here. Oh no, it's not over there. I put it back in its actual home. I actually did something right for once. I put it back in its home. Nope, not that one. This one. So 4090. So I'm going to spray that with some WD and kind of get it situated. Hopefully I can get this guy to stay here and you guys can see me do. Kind of lube that up a little bit. So there it is. Alright, so hopefully you guys are seeing this. So now we just got to kind of squeeze this guy here. Dang it. Alright, so now I have it situated. So let's go over here to the actual engine and kind of get this guy set up. So one of the things I want to let you guys see real quick is this is the not chamfered side and this is the chamfered side. So the chamfered side on the number 2 faces the back of the engine. So we're going to just spray the cylinder walls real quick. We don't want any, nobody likes a dry situation. All right, so now I'm just kind of pushing that in. So I'm gonna turn the camera off for right now, and then I'll get this in and I'll show you guys. All right, guys, as you can see, number 2 piston is in. All the rest of them are in. I need to take off the chain because, well, I don't know if I'm gonna take the chain off because I got to use that to put it in. But I should take off the chain, but I'm probably gonna just leave it on. I need to get the timing gear on and tightened properly. I need to get the guides on. I need to torque the rod bolts and put some plastic gauge on it and measure for clearances. I need to put the lifters in, the brand new lifters that we got for it. But all in all, the engine is back together. Had to foul fit the oil rings a little bit on here to get it to sit properly in there, and so that we didn't mess anything up. Actually, we did mess up a little bit, but once we foul fit and we caught the issue, it's all good. So yeah, after foul fitting, it's in there. It turned over nicely. I literally just took the freaking wrench away. Everything looks good. So my hope is that this guy will service us well for a while. Hey guys, back in the garage again, and wanted to point out to you guys that here's the part number for the Hellcat lifters, 038784AD-001. So we're gonna go ahead and get these out, get them lubed up, and then put them inside the Final Boss 6.4. So let's see. As you guys can see, these are brand new. Pull them out the box. And I have 3 more boxes of them right there, along with the Melling High Performance oil pump that I'll be putting on here in a little bit. But Final Boss 6.4 is coming along. We're gonna get this done, and then we're gonna move on and check the bearing clearances on the rods, torque them to 45, I believe it was, and then 75, and then they'll be good to go. So as you can see, I put a little white lithium grease on mine. You can also use the assembly lube that's over there, but I put the grease on there because it's the same stuff that I use to slide the cam in. So then it's just a normal install. You just don't want to install this dry. So here's what I got going on. I'm gonna get this the rest of these guys undone and put in, locked down. Hey, what's up, guys? So I left off last on doing the lifters, and as you can see, I've got the engine flipped over now, and I have a screwdriver stuck in between the mounting bracket for my engine stand and the actual back of the crank. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to help tighten the cam gear bolt to 90 foot-pounds. So I'm going to go 50, then 90, and then that'll be done. All right, guys, so if you look at this, you can see the crushed plastic part right there, and you see it's smeared. So we're going to clean that up. But if you go ahead and put the plastic gauge next to the widest one right there, and you look, you should see that says 015. And if we go over here, same thing, it's right there. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that. All right, guys, so as you can see, we got Final Boss behind me, and we're just about finished up with torquing the rod bolts down. So we're gonna wrap it up. I'm not gonna take you guys through, torquing down the tedious rinse, lather, repeat process. So with all that said, 3-pedal J saying, rev her up, dump the clutch, grab a gear, disappear. Peace. Stay tuned for the next one, guys.